What's up, everybody? Welcome back to iOne Entertainment. We are here with the one and only Sean. You may recognize this. Yes, we can hear you, Sean. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Switching some Bluetooth, even though I don't have a Bluetooth. I can't hear nothing though. Like,
hi, Drew and Rocky. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on.
No.
All right, I can hear now.
Hi.
There we go.
All right. What's up, Sean? Welcome back to your confessional. What's on your mind?
I don't know. It's I'm trying to keep up with this game. I sat out the last challenge, so I didn't really have much to contribute in the group chat. So I'm kind of at this point just trying to see where we are with the challenge, because I don't know where I'm at.
You know, like your tribe ended up getting 6 out of 10 after all said and done. How you feeling about that score? Think it's enough for immunity?
And preferably, I would prefer to have 7 or 8 out of 10 to make me feel a little bit more comfortable. 6, I feel like 6 is an average score, and I tend to think that my tribe and I are above average. So to see 6, I was slightly disappointed, but I didn't really want to let them know that. I just kind of kept that to myself.
Being that you did sit out, if there is anybody to blame for the loss, it ain't you.
I mean, you can't blame me for not participating if there was a set amount of people. So that's at least my viewpoint on it.
And now we're in the lights up phase of the round, meaning y'all, challenge is over, but y'all don't know the results. You're gonna find out in just under 2 hours. What's running through your head about the potential? Again, and also you said your score is average. So if all the other tribes do above average, you might have the potential to be at tribal council tonight. So where's your head at? Are you having the conversations you need to make sure in the event that you are at tribal council that it is not you?
Yes. As of right now, I am in a, well, at least to my knowledge, I'm in a dominant 4 alliance out of the 6, with myself, Sham, Mona, Lisa, and Thomas. Call ourselves Team Misty. So I'm not sure if I should. Well, you should always be worried. You should always be worried. You should never feel survivor confident. That's never a good thing. But as of right now, where I'm at, I should feel confident to know that it's not going to be me or anyone else within my alliance. And we technically should have the option of either choosing Julia or Marcelo. So that's kind of where I'm coming from right now.
So those are the 2 on the outside of the Misties. Which way is your head swinging, and which way, based on the conversations that you're having with people, which way are their heads swinging?
I definitely, at first, was a little wary of Julia. Wasn't sure if I would be able to work with her or if she was just playing a little standoffish with me. We've had some conversations in the chat, but just nothing really. Like, I had to go through it with a fine-tooth comb not too long ago, and I realized nowhere in the chat did she say that she wanted to work with me. So I'm very particular to people's words and the wording that they choose when they communicate with me. So that's one thing I have to be mindful of. Marcelo also, the way he plays, I know, because I've seen him play in other orgs, and my wife has experience with him. I know he's a gamer. I know he's very meticulous about the words that he uses, about when he plays, if he gets advantages, how he's going to play them. So I honestly, even though he would seem like a great addition right now for the tribes to help us win because he can contribute so much, I honestly feel like if we were to go to tribal, he is definitely a major threat we can get rid of now before the late game happens where he can actually get the ball rolling and get some real power.
I just saw you on a call with Shemayim. I had to call my mother, so I'm not sure what amounted to it. But like what I did here was I have this idea, the wheels were turning. So
Yeah.
does that, what was the idea pretty much? Tell me what you were going to tell her.
I'm not sure if I want to say it on the confessional, because if it doesn't work, I don't want it to come out like I was trying to be sneaky.
No, I mean, it's not, it's an idea. Like you might not even
idea.
implement it. Therefore,
Right.
you can't look like Boo Boo the Fool. You know, it's just an idea.
Okay. I mean, you're right. Okay, tell you what. We have like 30 something seconds before 420 on 420. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will explain what the plan I have is. Okay.
Perfect.
So here we go. Happy 420 there, iSurvivor.
Happy 420, Sean. That bomb. Jeez Louise. I would be coughing up a storm.
Anywho, okay. Here's the plan that I have. The white tribe starts with a P. What was it called?
Perla.
Brandon is over there on Perla. Okay. I have a really good relationship and friendship with Brandon. And a lot of people, I don't think people really understand like how close of a friendship we have. Like, I trust Brandon a lot. Like, we speak before this game started. Like, I was wondering why we didn't talk for a while. And it turns out he got cast for the game. We usually talk at least once or twice a week. So when the casting came up for the game, I started not talking to certain people. I would send him stuff on Facebook and it just not get a response back. So I was like, oh, he's just probably busy. He's got whatever stuff going on. Like, we talk about Magic, we talk about D&D, like we talk about stuff. So my plan was, if me and Sham walk on over to Julia, be like, hey, look, listen, I know you have that power that lets you go over to other tribes, okay? How about me and Sham send you over to Perla, you go holler at Brandon, get a little information. If Brandon is in a way, maybe you can help him sway a vote if they go to tribal. And if we're the ones who go to tribal, you get to go talk to Brandon, let him know that the three of us are going to link up in the future. And then we can vote out Marcelo and everybody is good. So we get to flush the power. Not only do we flush it, but we get to use it to our advantage, and we gain 2 more numbers in Julia and in Brandon. That was my idea. My issue with that idea is I don't want it to come off too big brain or too manipulative. That's not what I want to do. All I want is to have a solid 4 or 5 that I can work with up to merge and then beyond. Because if you solidify a core group of 4 or 5 people in the early game and you guys can actually trust each other, you can get to the end. And that I would love nothing more than this core 4 or 5 to go to the end. And we know that we all solidified it within the first couple of votes. That would be like perfect scenario. But on the bad end, this is where the overthinking comes in. I don't want, the second I tell this to Julia, she'd be like, oh, Sean has too many connections, he got to go. Like, no, that's not what I want to do. I want all of us to be connected. And I want us all to be connected through ways that people wouldn't suspect. So let's keep this connection, just keep it on the DL, and we can all get through this game because no one will truly know who's working with who. At least that was my thought process on it.
You know what that was reminiscent of?
What's that?
And like your hesitation is sort of kind of maybe what happened. Gamers Paradise. You were sort of the big brains behind the alliance, and you added the wrong person, that person being Matthew Papa. So is that where your hesitation comes? Because it's like kind of
Yo,
put myself in that position before.
because I'm like, I have this really good idea. If everyone does what they're supposed to do, it's perfect. But who can you trust? That's the issue. Who can you trust? And it's
And do you
like,
think 6 days in that you've built the appropriate amount of trust with the participants in this idea where it would be successful?
honestly, with one person, maybe. And I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a great judge of character, because I'm fucking terrible at that. I'm great at giving people chances, is what I've realized. So, do I trust Sham enough, first off, to tell her this plan? Because if she that's where all of this can like either rest or die. I could tell her like, hey, look, we should work with Julia. This would be great. And she could be like, pause. Julia's not good for X, Y, Z. And I'll be like, oh, great. I'm glad I didn't approach Julia. But if I approach Sham with this idea, like, hey, we should do X, Y, and Z, and then she's the one who leaks it and like doesn't want to go with it or uses it to blindside me, then I'm gonna feel like your favorite word, boo boo the fool. So I don't know at this point. And I didn't tell her the idea yet, but it was like it clicked and I was like, if I can trust her, this would be a really good plan. If I can't trust her, I just fucked my entire game. Damn.
Bam. How are you feeling about this vote? That plan aside, say you put that on the back burner for another round or two, or maybe just throw it in the trash. Right now, this moment, tonight.
If we go to tribal, Marcelo has to go.
It's 7:30. Do you think that there's enough time before the results are announced to put that in motion?
With Julia and Sham, like, yes. And that's only if we can get on call with Julia. If we can't like look at her and be like, look, we want to extend an olive branch, but we have to do this and not hint at Misty. We can't hint at Team Misty. Like, there's nothing that's been solidified. No one has really spoken about alliances outside of Misty. Like, Marcelo hasn't brought up any type of alliance or anybody working with anybody. Julia hasn't brought that up. And nobody from Misty has brought it up really in the tribe chat. So to just approach Julia 20 minutes or an hour before tribal possibly happens and be like, here, look, use your power, go to another tribe, talk to this person who you don't know, and tell them that the four of us are going to link, like, that sounds super effing risky. But like, to a person who potentially feels like they don't have a lot of options, or who is a risk taker who might be willing to think outside the box, this might be a really good move. Because here is somebody coming to you and being like, hey, look, you have this power. People are going to think you're using it just to get out right now, just to save yourself. But little do they know that you are not only saving yourself, but you're setting yourself up in an alliance further down the road. And this alliance can offer you some type of protection or something going further, information, something going further, something to work with. Because right now, it's small battle camps and the alliances are very important right now. So if you have anybody you can claim that you have that works with you, that's very powerful in these small tribes. So I don't know how secure Julia feels, and we kind of have to figure that out. Sorry. What's up?
Sandy, your internet again.
Oh yeah, I know. I just got back. Can you hear me?
Yes. And in the meantime, go
This
for
is so
round two.
stupid.
We good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're on mute now,
So
Sandy.
you just spoke. Huh?
No, you're
This is
good.
not gonna work. My
No, now you're not good. Giggles. You have any questions for Sean, Rocky?
Yes, please. Question.
Rocky, if you can talk. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I was looking for my lighter. With the like with so much like mystery behind like so much in the game, do you think of other plans outside of like the plans that you have already just in case it's like, it's Survivor. You just never know anything that could like pop up, and it being like a small tribe, like yeah.
Okay, so the way my brain works, like I am a multi-step plan ahead person with orgs, with Survivor, Endurance, Big Brother, the Mole, Trader, all of that stuff. I try not to plan more than 2 steps ahead, because if you start, for me personally, my personality, if I start to plan, okay, if I go talk to this person, then this goes well, and then I can, like, if I go too far ahead and it doesn't meet the expectations, I get shattered really easily. And I get frazzled, because then I'm like, well, fuck, what did I plan for? I did all of this mental effort, and then it's not going to work out the same way. The thing the military.
yeah, I've gotten kicked. Sorry.
What happened?
I don't know. Sandy's internet's acting up right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Damn, I lost my train of thought. See, ADHD. Yeah, remind me what I was saying. I literally lost my train of thought.
Nah, you're good. You're talking about like your plans and they don't meet your expectations.
Yes. So if I put a lot of mental energy into planning something and then it doesn't meet that expectations, I get easily discouraged. So what I've learned through the military and playing these orgs is like, you plan 2 steps. If your first step's good, cool. If that step's not good, you take a step back and you reorient yourself. And then once you're good, you take a step forward. That's how you move through these games. Like, you can't plan 5 and 4 and 7 steps ahead, because when the shit changes, that's too much mental energy to put into it. So right now, I have the plan with Sham, and I possibly, if that doesn't work, I can see what Mona Lisa has going on. If there's someone she wants to work with specifically, but I'm not going to try and juggle anything more than that. If the Sham thing doesn't work, the Sham and Julia plan doesn't work, cool. I'm going to drop that. I'll think of something with Mona Lisa, and then I'll possibly think of something else. But until then, I'm not going to overthink it.
Sean, is there a reason? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is there a reason why you want to consider Julia in your strategy when you're on a tribe of 6 and you're already in a chat of 4?
Yes. She is the only one on the tribe with a power. So granted, it's a known power. So I was thinking of a way I could, 1, flush it so that way I don't have to worry about it coming back and bite me in the butt somewhere, shape, or form. And 2, if I can't use it, still finding some way to take an advantage out of it. So if I can align myself with her, offer her a home with an alliance by like using that power to send her somewhere else, then why not take a shot at that? If it looks like it's too sketchy and she wouldn't be as on the same side as me with it and might take that information I'm giving her and run it somewhere else, then I'll dissuade that thought throughout the conversation I have with her. I'll try and read that out. But yeah, the reason you go for that person when she's on the outside of the 4 is because she's on the outside of the 4 because of that power. So I'm kind of want to build that bridge across to her, be like, hey, like, yeah, they may over here may not want to work with you, but hey, I'm I'm still kind of down over here to play if you feel ostracized. If you feel cool, do you, boo-boo. I'm not going to say nothing else.
Makes sense.
Have there been any talks of like idols or anything floating around or anything?
No. No one has said a single word about idols. And I think that's because we all assume that all of the powers and advantages are coming from the fortune teller. So if other stuff is being played or there are other ways of accessing things, I am completely oblivious to it. So, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about it.
All right, I think my net is a little bit more stable. Sean, you got anything else you want to get off your chest?
I really love this game, y'all. Y'all doing a really good job. Like, for real. Like, the suspense, fuck y'all. But I love y'all. It's great. It's great. It's great. I get it. But like, bruh, any other game, I would have knew yesterday what was going on, and I would have just been doing all this shit in my head all day. My heart would have been doing all this. Now it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. So when shit happens, it happens. You know, I think I'm going to get a shirt that says, when shit happens, it happens. And like, that's when we move forward, you know?
I'm good on questions, y'all. Drew, Rocky, you got anything else you want to follow him up with?
Nah, I got no questions. That's why I usually don't do confessionals because I'm bad at it. So I liked hearing you.
You got to do them more.
I'm bad at it.
Don't play with me. Oh, you're not good at it?
No, I'm good on questions.
Rocky, like,
All right, Sean. We wish you the best of luck. We may or may not be seeing you at Tribal Council tonight at 9:20 Eastern, but keep your eye out for results at 9 o'clock.
All
and
right.
then if you don't attend Tribal, keep your eye out for Trina.
Oh, I'm going to Tribal. Don't worry.